And as people clean up from Idalia, today marks 6 years since Hurricane Irma left a destructive mark on the west coast of Florida and killed 92 people. The storm had a 4 to 7 foot negative surge, followed by 1 to 5 feet of actual surge. The National Hurricane Center says it was the 7th costliest storm ever, with nearly 100 deaths. And there's been a lot of activity in the tropics this year, and today marks the official peak of hurricane season. Meteorologist Tyler Moore joins us now. Tyler, the East Coast is keeping a close eye on Hurricane Lee tonight.
Yeah, we're watching Lee and a couple other areas in the tropics too. So we're going to break everything down for you here. But the good news is, just to be upfront, there's really nothing to be concerned about here in Florida. But we are at the peak of hurricane season, September 10th. So now we're on the backside. We still got a long ways to go until the end of November, a little over 80 days left in the hurricane season, but we've already climbed through the first half of it. Hopefully things will be a little bit quieter on the second half compared to what we've seen so far this season, because it has been a pretty active season so far. Here's Margot right here, a tropical storm that's going to lift off to the north, no concern there. And then we do have two other areas that are off the coast of Africa. This one has a moderate chance of developing, but you can see this area, how it's kind of curving off to the north. It also looks like it'll take it further out over the Atlantic. So still a lot of the eyes are still on Hurricane Lee right now. Again, the good news, it's not heading towards Florida, but it has re-strengthened. It was a Category 5 for a period of time earlier in the week. Then it weakened. Now it's re-strengthened. You can actually see the eyes starting to redevelop at the center as it's moving into a much more favorable environment. Winds are now back up to 120 miles per hour, so that puts it back into a major hurricane. Here's the track of the cone here. It's going to head off to the west, but eventually turn to the north past Bermuda. The good news is it looks like the southeast coastline isn't going to see much, but we'll have to watch as it could bring some impacts towards the northeast later on in the upcoming week.
And you can stay up to date and see the latest path of Hurricane Lee and everything else in the tropics on our 10 Tampa Bay app. There you can also find resources to help people recover after Idalia.